How do I start marketing? It is one of the most common questions that you're going to ask yourself at some point as a business owner, a freelancer, or a startup founder. It doesn't matter because you realize that you need to tell more people about your stuff. But all too often, we get really overwhelmed on where to begin. I'm here to help you cut through that noise and actually give you the top 5 secrets that are used by the best marketers on the planet. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to understand who you're marketing to. This is one of the pivotal things that will set you up for success. Because if you think about it, a lot of those people have very key, very definable, very quantifiable traits. There are commonalities that you probably don't even realize by looking at your customers, that if you start to move the needle towards those, then you will actually get better results for less resources. If you actually go through right now the list of all the people who have paid you for your thing, there's probably some shared traits. It could be their age, their gender, their location, their hobbies, their pain. Something inside of all of those people who have already bought your thing is likely similar. There's a reason they came in. And the better that you can discover that, the better that you can plug that into your marketing strategy. Because this is really important when you start to do digital marketing. When you run an ad on Facebook, for instance, or LinkedIn or TikTok or whatever platform you end up choosing, you're going to have to define that customer, because you don't want to run an ad, for instance, that says, I want to target everybody in a 20-mile radius of my business. Because what'll happen is those platforms will start to throw money to left and right to all these people who basically just have a pulse, and marketing becomes a lot easier because you can change your language, you can change your offer, you can change the techniques, you can even pick the right platforms where you'll see more success to actually have to spend less on marketing and get more results from it. So to recap, understand who it is you're trying to market to first. And I would encourage you to actually write all of these down in a stat sheet somewhere, either on a piece of paper in your notebook or in your favorite document editor. The second marketing secret is the offer is everything. Think about the last time you saw a McDonald's ad. They're $1 billion company. Would you be compelled if you saw an ad that just said, come on down, we're open? That means grabbing your car keys, going to the drive-thru, and thinking about getting a Big Mac. But they don't have ads that look like that. They have ads that talk about their new value offerings, their combo meals, their app rewards, a reason to go there. Because the offer is everything. You want to actually understand what value you're giving away and boil that down into an offer. And there's 2 ways that you can do this. If you are a high ticket item, the first one is really powerful. Start to figure out what an entry level offer looks like. In some instances, they call this a loss leader, where something might be you break even on it, or it's a very, very small amount of resources or money that the customer has to spend so that you could upsell them on something bigger. Think about the reason you see a grocery store commercial where they don't say, come on down and spend $400 worth of groceries, but they tell you paper towels are on sale, so that when you actually go in there and you grab the paper towels, you think it's a good idea to also grab some vegetables, some fruit, some soda, and then all of a sudden you've ended up spending hundreds of dollars when all you actually came in for is paper towels. So look for something that's a very small, low-ticket item that can get their foot in the door. That could be an offer, and this is especially powerful if you are a high-ticket item. That leads them to ultimately trust you and want to buy bigger things from you. Now, the second thing that you can do that's extremely powerful is to offer a free entry point. And I know what you're thinking. How does giving away stuff for free help me make money? Here's how you can approach this. Think about what problem your customer ultimately wants to solve, and start to boil that down, either into a PDF format or a text format, a web page, perhaps a video guide, a Facebook group, something where you can help them connect the dots themselves and use that as your marketing entry point. What you want to start to do is to formulate a compelling offer. And you can do this by quantifying everything that's probably in your product or service. All of the things that make you better, make you different, quantify those, boil that down into an offer. Start to understand how you can lower the risk or the barrier to entry. And again, we can either do that in one of 2 ways. Offer a very low ticket item as a starting point, something typically under $100 or $200 that they can buy, and then you get their information and can ultimately nurture that into a higher paying client, or just flat out give away free value. What would get them to see the value in what you do? How can you get them closer? By the way, if this is still something you're struggling with and you really don't know where to begin because you want to grow your business, but you're not really sure how, I understand because I was there. And that's why if you're interested, you can go ahead and click the first link in the description, or you can click the pinned comment, and step by step by step, for free, I will walk you through on how to grow your business without any of the guesswork so you can skip years of headaches and trial and error and just get to the good part faster. The third marketing secret is to blend in and ask. And this is something that you're likely actually doing right now inadvertently without even realizing it, because we're all the same in a lot of ways. We want to hang out with people who like the same stuff. We want to find our tribe. We want to go to where our people are. And it could be anything. It could be the company that makes your phone. It could be the company that makes your truck. It could be the hot sauce that sits on the grocery store shelf. There's probably something out there that you're a fan of, that you really like their stuff, and you just probably keep buying it. If you go on Facebook, if you go on LinkedIn, if you go on YouTube, if you go on any other platform, there's probably somebody out there doing reviews of it, shooting content of it, talking about it in a group, asking about it in some sort of chat room. And you need to go into those spaces because those are the gold nuggets of marketing data. And don't sell your thing because it's a very fast way to get banned from those groups, but look at the language they're using. Look at the pain that they're encountering. What do they want? If I can start to understand where they're coming from, then ultimately I can understand how I can get them closer to where they want to be. So join those groups, blend in as somebody who is not there to sell, but there to understand. Because the more you can understand the issues that they're encountering, the better that you can adapt your marketing strategy to those needs. Now, to recap, we're here to join these groups as somebody who needs value and is also there to give away value. You're not there to sell. You're not there to start cross-posting to 50 different groups on all these different outlets and just sell, sell, sell. You're there to understand, to be a watchful eye, to actually look and actually start to empathize. The fourth marketing secret is learning to speak customer. And this will supercharge your marketing in ways you never thought possible. It might already be something that you could tweak right now on your website, your brochure, and you might even be able to get better results without even having to spend more on marketing. We have all of this stuff behind the scenes that we're talking about. The industry jargon, the slang that we use, the things that we value, and we have to see how those connect to the customer because they might be calling themselves something differently. They might have different pain and how they communicate that pain, and they might think there's a different pathway to getting to that end result. So what you can do is to look for the things that they talk about and how they talk about it to one another. You can even go back to those groups and see how they ask those questions. Think about it this way. If you had an ad that suddenly went from, hey, we're looking to sell this to parents, to this is specifically to busy moms, or we're looking to get you more leads, to we're looking to increase your sales, or we're looking to get you more foot traffic versus we're looking to earn you more revenue. Those might fundamentally be the exact same outcome, but it's completely different on how they are communicating it. Think about how your product or service can apply to so many different people, but more than likely, if you were going to run, let's say, 3 different ads, one for an elderly person who lives in Kansas, one for a 16-year-old who lives in New York, and one for somebody who's middle-aged that lives in the middle of the woods. What language would you use to sell that to them? That is really what you want to understand, is how to speak the language that they speak. So all of a sudden, everything becomes clear because now you're not running an ad that's just broad strokes, wide net. You're all of a sudden running an ad that is specifically towards that customer, the language that they use, the things that will make them say, yes, that's me. So to recap, you need to learn to speak customer because it will help you better adapt to their needs. What you can do to do this is to follow what they are following. Look at the channels that they watch on YouTube, look at the groups they hang out in, just like you did before. And now instead of just understanding the pain and the issues that they're going through, now you're starting to understand the verbiage, the language, the words, how they communicate with one another, and you're starting to integrate those into your marketing strategy. The fifth marketing secret is to just prove it, because everybody can say that they're the best, they're the fastest, the easiest, they're like a family, they have great customer service, but very few, if any, people can say that they have done something specifically and prove it. That means that if you're able to leverage your testimonials, your Google reviews, or you have a case study or some sort of specific outcome that you've created, and you can show that to people, it's like throwing gasoline on an already lit fire. Showing that, hey, this person just like you went through this exact same journey and got that result is extremely powerful. And there's a couple key ways you can do this right now. The first is get video testimonials, if possible, from your customers or clients. Make it easy from them and make it authentic. They don't need to do any sort of special thing other than just taking out their phone with their selfie cam, talk about where they were, where they wanted to be, and how great the journey was buying your thing, your product or service. And if you can't get a video testimonial, then at least get a review on Google Maps, on Yelp, on Bing, and screenshot that and place it on everything. Your brochures, your website, your outlets, wherever you're doing this type of thing. And if you can't even get that, just get a basic written testimonial in an email, or just get them to text it to you and screenshot those. Put them everywhere as well. And if you still can't get that, then make it easy for them. Give them value. Give them something in return. Say, hey, I'm going to come out to you. I'm going to film a little bit of this video testimonial for you. In return, I'll give you this discount or this value added bonus or one extra month of it. But start to leverage that proof. So to recap, just proving it is one of the best things that you can do for your marketing strategy, because nobody else can make that claim, because you've documented how somebody actually bought this thing, your product or service, and got that result. That allows you to cut out so much of the doubt, so much of the risk, so much of the noise, so much of the if, ands, or buts that your customers or clients might be saying to themselves. And it's so much easier when somebody else is vouching for your thing, because that trust is now put into them, versus when a company or a business says they're so great, they're so good, because of course everybody says that. But if you can get somebody else to say it, or you can get somebody else to showcase it, or you can even showcase that somebody else went through it, then you will be golden. So those are the 5 marketing secrets used by the best marketers in the world. And I guarantee you, if you implement them, you would be able to figure out not just a comprehensive marketing strategy that would work for your business, but it would also be successful. And if it's something that you don't want to implement yourself, you'd be able to take this to somebody to do your marketing, and you would have all this data to work from, meaning you would save on costs, get better results, spend less time and resources having to do the thing, and ultimately you would see your business grow. But if you want to see more videos like these, I want to hear what you are interested in, what you're struggling with as a business owner. You can go ahead and comment below so I can make content about that thing. And as always, I put out one of these at least once a week. You can go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll always be putting out new videos on how to grow your business, how to earn out all the guesswork so that you can become more valuable. But until then, I'll see you next time.